around powerful machinery all your life. You're always in control, right?
I guess that's kind of like when the filler's shooting 600 cans of near molten sal tuna down the conveyor while I'm trying to tune a belt.
Here, stand like me. Just so. Hips square, lean forward a little. It's just equipment, and you're just an engineer using it.
Ah!
Okay. We'll try again later. You'll get it. I promise. Hey, Cap. Parvati showed me how to properly grease the magazine release on one of my firearms. She's a smart one, you know. Opal was quiet in the same way. She'd hang back, out of sight, then all of a sudden pop in with a bit of wisdom out of nowhere. Shit. I will.
Hey, Captain. I was thinking about what you said before. After we went, I think I'm ready to stop fretting, and I'm thinking of doing it here. I was kind of hoping you'd offer. Smell like sweat most days, and, well, don't look too close to my fingernails. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something. Anyhow, next time we...
Hey, boss, I've been thinking. Hey, boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the eight. You got the wrong idea. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. Honestly, he was probably my first... I just heard from him. Says he... Figured I should let you know, seeing as we're on Scylla and all. Clyde's got a base on the other side of this rock. I appreciate this, boss. I know you're going out of your way for me.
Hey.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
House of Inebriation? Count me the hell in.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking. Just remember, you didn't hear it from... Afraid not.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is real.
Done.
A UDL security attendant is always prepared.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like...
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits overhead?
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Want to be famous?
Anti-Cleo's facial mask increase leaves you feeling fresh and tingly.
Is that supposed to be a model of the system? It's not super accurate.
Ugh. Decadence ain't gonna save you when beasts chew through the walls.
CNP Borsted Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borsted Baked Beans is the only one. Spacer's choice for life.
I've always loved that stuff.
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you. Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-trapped. Celeste, you've done it again. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur. And you, my dear, are... Darling, you and that brutish swagger of yours. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and... Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress? Also... My dear, fashion is a performance art. An outfit without a body. I'll need you to model for me the following. The apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full-on... And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that You have the bearing and demeanor... Fabulous! I can't... What?
I love Byzantium.
Hey, stand back, you. Yep, you're looking at the ministers. The others took me out to celebrate on a... Oh, he's, Oh, you definitely recognize him if you saw... He's basically the most important person in the colony. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own Yep, I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. I'm just 2 promotions away from... That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum...
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here.
Sure have!
He's got powerful good ear.
And a powerful... You... Here... Hey... Wow, listen to me. I'm so... It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you've got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told? Oh, Lost. I gotta stop.
Only 2? You got a ways to...
Have you always been here? I didn't see you. Hey. Everyone tell...
Have you tried our new cocktails?
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience with fine cocktails.
I bet you'll like Rebecca. What's up?
Hey. I really shouldn't. I'll have the... You know, that's a... Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like... I don't feel so good. I just need to sit down.
Remember that stream.
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
I've always loved that sculpture.
Is Mayfield still just...
It is probably
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever. In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's in store. For now, my friends.
If they'd sent money to Monarch instead of building even one of those homes, I bet we could have rebuilt Stellar Bay. The whole damn thing.
This property is off limits, Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics. That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much. Sure you are. Typical. Why don't you come back?
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
For the last time, access to Byzantium is impossible without a proper nav key. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to be somewhere else.
Hello? Is anyone there?
How splendid. Another rung-leech wanderer. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the and here you are. Admittedly. Now if only you could gracefully take a shower. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into... I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a... It was a very... Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that he was a true visionary. I just told you, my grandfather made millions of bits as... Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. If you have wealth, you're successful. And if you're successful, you must... You're welcome. Now, do we have any further...
So the ship talks? Do all ships do that?
I can't say for certain, since I only ever been on this one. Ada's something special though, ain't she?
Ada, what is it? She?
What do you think you're... Yeah, move along.
Burning the midnight oil, are we? Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed. We do, in fact, have a... You're not an official member of the Halcyon... Oh, I'd have to submit a request for a release form. You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our suggestion box. You do that? Wow. Hey, you know, here's your parcel to be
hell of a job.
You ever worry all that ammo in your berth might combust?
What? Wait, that's... It can do that?
All it takes is a little bit of black powder next to a lot of bits of fertilizer and one real hot day and...
There's nothing to see. Yeah? All right.
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
How did you get in here? You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Oh my law. Captain! Captain! That's the minister! Mr. Clark! Oh, wow!
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more. Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
He's got no idea what we're asking about.
Will that be all, then? Oh dear, I don't think... Of course. It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
You've been all alone in this house?
Please, whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out. And perhaps to... Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a...
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. We're discussing industrial espionage, legal redress, the possible salvation of Halcyon. Also, this is the longest conversation via the Acropolis district, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people... That's good, because there are sure to be more at headquarters. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my... Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening. What isn't on it is the real... I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know. Shouldn't we...
It's worth a try, but the Earth Directorate still needs that message. We must hope for their Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
The Acropolis district is... What in the law's name are you on? Sure. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue. What I meant was...
Captain, I stand out here like a big, greasy thumb.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
Do we really need all this security? I have to go through 3 checkpoints just to take a bathroom break.
Can't be too careful. Dissidents like
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high priority. Huh. I didn't realize we were... I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. I'm not authorized to employ human... Well, let's see. I was going to suggest... Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms. And I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm going to save us... Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try...
Apologies for the wait. I was arranging my... Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. Ah. Oh, you were being serious. Will there be...
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you?
One person gets all this space. Just to sign papers all day?
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters.
I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed.
But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity.
Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this!
While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
That was all a story, wasn't it? It's not real.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of...
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from downstairs is still in the cafeteria.
That scientist? The one who's been hounding the clerks?
Here they come!
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without... Basically, if you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself... I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new...
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
Oh, law, what did they take him for?
UDL's been questioning anybody with possible connections to Phineas Wells. And, well, Tillman designed all those wanted posters.
So UDL's interrogating Tillman? Ugh, that's disgusting. Can't believe I had lunch with the guy.
What do you think you're doing?
They'll never see us. Careful now.
What do you think you're... Hear the...
Sorry, I shouldn't talk. No. Sorry, I'm kinda in... I knew it. He's eating your lunch too, isn't he? That greedy. This is great.
What I'd give for a surplus of food to complain about.
You'll get your turn. Right now, we're talking... Oh, that's no problem. I can get you into the lab. In fact, let's go there now. Theodore's out right now, but we should be ready when he gets back. That way, this...
Like I said. And...
Hold, I need a favor. Think you could let my friend through just this once? After all, you still owe me.
Fine. But I don't want to hear anything about the catch-up packet incident ever again. And he's on his own if he runs into the guards downstairs.
You're the best, Holt.
Huh? What was that?
Look out!
Bring him down! What was that?
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I'm glad to hear that. This may come as a surprise. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. You walked through Edgewater and in your wake transformed it from a loyal company town to a haven for dissidents. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side, or you should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a... The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing cop, you have something I want. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince... Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Don't worry about pay. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take it. What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly.
You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want... That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes two things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's... Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Talk. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the... Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me. But if we link up the Hope to the unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to...
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. Certainly. It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny. Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, the board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this, why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find... The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it. sarcasm. The last refuge. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time. The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some particularly nasty defense. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses. That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
If you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Because I'm not in the business of a... Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal...
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say.